everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. Please do stick around, we've got a bit of a deep one today, not gonna lie. So please grab a cup of tea or whatever you like to drink, and yeah, we'll get stuck in. So as you'll see by the title of this video, I am going to be talking a little bit about self-acceptance and body image and like my journey so far with like all of that kind of stuff. So this is a trigger warning as well, so please, if any of those things to do with like weight, body image, all of those kind of things, if that triggers you, please click off this video. I really can't like stress that enough. Please don't watch it because I know how damaging it can be. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that now. But we'll get stuck in relatively quickly. I've written some notes because it's a massive topic and I'm really passionate about it. I've got lots to learn and everything as well, so this is just like my stance on it and how I'm feeling at the moment and stuff like that. So this is just my personal experience and the things that I've engaged with and all of that. Also, I'm using natural lighting, and as many of you are aware, because I'm sure most of you in the UK that are watching this, it's been snowing and then it's been sunny and then it's been raining and then it's been hailing and then it's been snowing and so we're just gonna roll with it. I thought it's still kind of daylight at the moment, so I'm not gonna get my artificial lighting. Don't know what that voice was. It's the end of my day pretty much, so my brain is being used at work. Anyway, tangent. Let's get stuck in. So I just want to give like a little background to where I'm at, what's happening, what I've been through. So let's just say throughout most of my life I have been overweight and always the bigger one, or just a bit of a chubber, which it is what it is. And for so many years that has been like my identity, that has been something that I've been bullied for, that has been something I've wanted to change daily, every day, cried lots about it. Many a story of, for example, crying in changing rooms, just crying for like so much self-loathing. Lots of situations. I won't go too deeply into those because there's just not enough time for all of those stories. I've got like various different viewpoints, so like I said, that was being the majority of my life, and I wanted to change that, so I did, and that's when I found Herbalife and everything. And so at my largest I was size like 18 to 20. I got down to a size 10 and like maintained that for like a few years. I'm now size 12, it's 10, 12, and I don't regret any of that. I learned so much about nutrition and so much about exercise and what I enjoy and all of those kinds of things, but I definitely wasn't happy. I thought that being smaller would make me happy, but it didn't, and that was like fascinating to me. But I just want to talk about those kind of things because I think so many people feel or felt like I did, that getting to a certain point you would miraculously start feeling like amazing. I'm not saying that I didn't feel healthier, because I definitely did and do feel so much. I have so much more energy and like my fitness is so good, and like all of those things I feel amazing with, but my relationship with food was definitely not diagnosed but very dysfunctional. Like it just wasn't ideal, and I'm still going through it, as it were, trying to take away so many years of like eating in a deficit, and thinking so much about what I eat, because I would literally my business was my Herbalife business was related to that, and like having to weigh myself every day, measure myself. I did that for years and years, and then asking clients to do the same, and that's one of the reasons that I decided to step away from it, because I just wasn't feeling like that aligned with me anymore. Like I didn't feel like I was being empowered, I didn't feel like I was helping myself anymore, and I didn't feel like I was fully helping those people around me either. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I stepped away, and I feel so much better for it. I haven't weighed myself since, I literally can't remember, maybe November last year, if not before, which is absolutely crazy, because like I said, I would weigh myself every day or at least every week, and yeah, my life was revolving around numbers, whether that was my size, my weight, how many calories I was eating, like do you know what I mean? Oh, just even the thought of doing that now, I just can't be arsed, for one. But that was, yeah, my life was just ruled by numbers. So yeah, like I said previously, I didn't have the most amazing relationship with food, but definitely not the most amazing relationship with myself. How I like perceive myself in the mirror, definitely body dysmorphia, and I think that just being within that environment of like the fitness and health industry, I'd like channeled so much attention into like one type of body type, and just completely shut my brain off to diversity, which is obviously so natural, so normal and amazing. So yeah, no wonder I started feeling a bit rubbish about myself, and yeah, I just wasn't exposing myself to what I needed to feel normal and beautiful and amazing. So that's what I started to do this year. That's another reason that I created this channel, but the main reason that I switched up my content on my Instagram, like my current Instagram, which is linked below, it's Midsize is, and I'll talk about Midsize in a second as well. But that was originally like stuff that I was doing with my business, my health and wellness business, and like yeah, just gradually like coming out of that and into like yeah, a new world of yeah, just opening up my eyes and just starting to accept myself more. There's so much around like self-love and like body positivity and everything, and I was like, I threw myself into that, and I was like, yes, I just love it, la 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 la. But as like the months have gone on, I know we're only in April and I only like discovered various things in like January, but my mindset has shifted already to be just more content, the more like being neutral and just being like all right with certain things. Like there's things that I really do love about myself, but there's also things that I don't really love, and that's fine. And I think because there's quite a lot of being like one or the other, like I'm not, obviously definitely not for like self-hatred and loathing, which is, like I said earlier, what I used to do all the time, but I'm yeah, definitely more for like the yeah, like it's alright, but not like dwelling on it, not letting that rule my life like it used to. That's more of where I'm heading with everything. So I think just over this time, like for example what I'm wearing now, I mean, number one, it's colour. I mean, I'm wearing black trackies, super comfy with my slippers on, but I would hardly ever wear colour. Definitely not a short sleeve top, because my arms are out and like flabbing around, and like I've got rolls, I'm just sat here roly, and yeah, I just would never have done this, but I'm just sitting here. This is me, and if you have a problem with that, that's your problem. Like I really don't care. So just yeah, that mindset shift with that anyway. Like there's so much more to life than worrying about what you look like all the time, or yeah, oh, there's so many things I could say, but I'm gonna try and keep it concise, I guess. But yeah, so I mentioned the word mid-size, like that's in my Instagram handle and everything, and I had never heard of the term until this year, and it's like a breath of fresh air, because I've always, like I said, I've always been like overweight or like larger than most or whatever, and only then did I start seeing like plus size. And it was like the first, when I was plus size, it was very early on with when clothing was becoming more accessible for my size as well. But then yeah, I lost like various amounts of dress sizes, and then I became, yeah, smaller, but also I wasn't stick thin like I thought I would be whilst being that size. So let's just talk about that for a second. So yeah, this video is going to be a little bit everywhere. I'm just going to word vomit essentially. But sizing, for one, absolute joke. You can be different sizes in various different places. Even the same place, I've bought, like, the sizing's just a bit everywhere. But also in my head, when I was larger, I was like, I want to be a size 10 because I'll look like this. And I would then be like, yep, pretty much that's, everyone looks like that. Everyone's got like a flattish stomach, like they're not like, they haven't got abs or anything, but it's like, they've got a nice la 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 la. And then I got to a size 10 and I still had cellulite, I still had my stomach with like lower, like belly hang, like chub, my arms, legs, all of that, still chub. But I was fitting into these clothes, and just in my head that was really hard to deal with. I was like, how do I still look like this? Like, am I ever going to be happy? Am I ever going to be thin? And just, it breaks my heart even saying that, like, oh my god. But yeah, that's how I used to think all the time, and that's not even that long ago, like mad. So that's the size thing. But yeah, like I said, I was like larger and then I was smaller, but I wasn't like really small. So yeah, I was just kind of in this middle ground, and I didn't realise that there was like a massive community of people, especially on Instagram, of like mid-size content creators or influencers, whatever you want to call them. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, this is what I needed. Like, the like, just even having, it's an identity thing for sure, especially when you're feeling so lost, but like just having that, like a variety of people that look like you and are absolutely owning it, loving it, like just being real. Like, I can't describe how liberating it was to just come across these accounts, and that's one of the things that just ignited it inside me. I was like, it's okay to do these things. Sorry, my cat is trying to come in. Hello. Can you stop scratching, please? We know we don't do that. Thank you. I'm just gonna have to keep that open because she's gonna keep doing it, and I'm gonna have to scratch her head and everything. Hello, young one. Did you have a nice sleep? Anyway, back to my deep conversation. Yeah, so what are you doing? You're just gonna start eating stuff. But yeah, so I found this community and I just fell in love. I'll link loads of people down below, but I mean, I'm gonna shout my girl out, Olivia. Liv, she's just beautiful in so many ways. She's just the most lovely person. She's helped me so much. Like, I'm all for like saying like thank you to strangers. I talk to everybody, but just like dropping someone a message saying like, truly, your content has really helped me. And she snapped back, we've been chatting, like had a video call. Like, it's just amazing like how lovely so many people are, but also that just can relate to you and want to help you and completely get it and are just loving it as well. So yeah, she's really inspired me, along with many other people. Like I said, I'll link them below. Oh, my battery's gonna die, and both is still scratching. Be right back. Yes, this community of like mid-sized people, and just finding, yeah, that identity, and yeah, people just embracing themselves. And I was like, yes, I need to be part of this. This is what I'm all about. Like, this is what I needed, and like I was trying to do for ages, was trying to empower people and like get them to understand like there's so much more than their like outward appearance, and they've got so much to offer. But also it's nice to take pride in yourself and just show yourself off. Like, stop hiding, you're amazing, like I said, like, and all of those things. But I just couldn't do that with what I was doing before, and that was another reason I stopped my Herbalife stuff. Yeah, with like the whole community, obviously there's a lot to do with like your mental state with everything as well. And I just found that because I'd taken so much pressure off of myself with like all this number related stuff, that I've just become even more like laid back, and like, not that I don't care about things, I'm so much more like, yeah, it's all good, let's roll with it, like see what happens. I'm just way more like outgoing, and yeah, it's like that confidence, just because I'm not, I don't know, like for example, I know we're allowed to go out now as of today and go to restaurants and stuff, but there's so many occasions that I didn't go to because I was like I can't eat that, or oh I won't, and all of those things. And I was just like, I'm missing out on so much of my life because I just wanted to be like smaller, or I was just trying to keep up with like an identity that just wasn't me. Baffling, absolutely baffling. But I think as well, it's easy in that situation as well to start comparing yourself, and my whole life basically comparing myself to so many other people, and like it's so natural, and it is a shame. But I think you can compare yourself to people, but because everyone's different and it's intriguing, but to then belittle yourself because you're not the same as them, or you don't look like them, or you will never look like them, like that's where I'm just like, no hun, like you're you, and that is amazing. The amount of times I've said you're amazing. You're welcome, but it's true. So yeah, I don't know, there's just so much like more to you, and they might have, they definitely have things that they aren't that keen on about themselves. The last thing that they're probably they're probably like, yeah, you look banging, but you aren't even like gonna listen to that. Like taking compliments, that's a whole topic in itself. Like the amount of times people have tried to compliment me and I'm like, oh nah thanks, or just being like really awkward, or like no. But now I'm like, oh thank you so much, you're amazing, or thank you so much, I really appreciate it, and just like take the compliment. Please. It's nice to be nice to yourself but also to other people, and just let them have that. It's like, it might be their random act of kindness of the day, so please appreciate it. But yeah, like that's crazy. And like stretch marks, and I kind of spoke about like skin and stuff, well kind of, I definitely spoke about skin in my last video, but to do with like stretch marks or scarring, spots on like your body, not just your face. Like I've got various scars, I've got, yeah, like loads of stretch marks, like basically all over my body, and I used to be so like scared to show them, but now I'm just like, well, my skin is stretched, like I've been bigger, I've been smaller, I've grown. Like your body is just incredible, and it does so much for you, and that's just part of it. It tells a story. Like me sitting here today, I have so much that I could talk about for various different topics, and like my body is just potentially like the outward expression of what I've been through in my life, and that's fine, because hopefully I'll be able to help people with the things that I've gone through, and be able to help advise on those, from those experiences. So I just think, oh god, this lighting really is bad, I'm really sorry. But yeah, we're going to roll with it. But I just think it is what it is, and even most people talk about stretch marks when it's to do with like pregnancy and stuff. But I was just like, your body changes all the time, especially women. Like I don't want to completely shut this off to guys, but like I know plenty of guys that have stretch marks for one, but also like your bodies change all the time for so many different reasons. Like females, obviously hormonally, like your boobs are getting bigger in some time of the month, and then they go to smaller again, and or just bloating, or just everyone carries fat in different areas, everyone has different proportions. Of course, that's so like so cool, because it'd be boring if we're all the same. I know people say that all the time, but it's true, it'd be so boring. Like there'd be no individuality, no diversity, nothing to be interested about. But yeah, I find that really interesting, and I think as well, talking about potentially like editing of videos and images and like filters and stuff, I'm just like, if you want to do that, do that. I just hope that people have now in more recent times like realised the amount of editing that people do to get the like end product, especially on like Instagram and stuff. I mean, I definitely do use filters now and again, but sometimes I don't, and I think it is important to show like the realness and everything, but at the same time I hope people aren't as like that naive that no one ever looks like that good, like that like clean airbrush. Like everybody has skin texture, everybody has like discoloration or like little spots or bumps on their arms or bruises, stretch marks, so I said scars. Like everybody has something and you can easily airbrush that away, but I don't know, that's a topic in itself. But I think do what you want to do, like it's your life, and crack on. But I do think that it should be more like spoken about or like known, the amount of editing that can go on. And I heard something earlier actually, like I didn't realise it, but there's like things that you can do when you're filming to like on from like a normal camera or whatever that just blurs your skin. I was just like, that's mad, actually crazy, but cool thing that a camera can do that, or whatever it is that does it. But yeah, just being, it is hard because I think I'm basing this upon not having technology for, or like the technology we have now. Like most people that I know that my age or around my age or older have had exposure to like the realness before Instagram and like all of those things, and now they're just bombarded, like the younger generation just bombarded with like this standard that is just actually ridiculous because it's unrealistic, because it's unreal, like it's not real. So I think it's just reminding yourself, like as you're scrolling through Instagram, just be like, take it for what it is. If someone wants to do what they're going to do, they're going to do it anyway. Crack on, love. And as long as I think they're supportive, or they don't have to disclose, it's their choice. But personally, like I just said, I do use filters now and again. I don't in other areas, but I'd like to think like, I mean, like I'm not using any filters now. This is moi. But yeah, I don't know, it's a big topic and I could go on and on and on. But I'm gonna end on something, I guess, relevant to me right now. So I'm planning my wonderful wedding, and there is so much pressure. So many people have been like, oh, are you gonna stop eating? Like, you're gonna go on a big diet before the big day? And I was like, hell no. Honey, I'm gonna eat. And it's so, I completely get like wanting to feel and look your best, because these photos that are going to be taken are going to be there forever, but like will be looked at a lot, and I do get that. And like you want to feel, you don't want to feel sluggish and gross and minging on your wedding day. Like you don't, you want to feel good, you want to be able to dance, you want to be able to have a good time. That's amazing, but the pressure from so many people to like drop however many dress sizes, or just be like oh, I need to lose weight for my wedding. I'm like, you don't need to, you don't. Like, number one, your fiance proposed to you the way you are and they love you, and if they're that shallow that that's gonna be like a defining factor in your relationship, basically, like get out. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just very touchy about that subject. All for it, like do what feels good for you, and I'm not like discouraging weight loss in general, like, but it's just like the reasonings behind it. Like, are you doing it to please someone else, or are you doing it from pressure, or do you know what I mean? Am I articulating what's in my brain? I don't know. But yeah, like I chose a dress that's like not tight. I mean, Dan doesn't know what my dress looks like, but he knows that I won't go for a tight dress, so I'm not really like giving it away. But everyone knows I love food. Like, I'm gonna eat. Like, we're having a hog roast. I am going in on the hog roast. I'm going in on the bubbly. I want the room to bloat. I want to be comfy. So that's what we're going with. But the amount, literally, it's even in the last week, the amount of people that have been like, oh, it's not long, like, have you had your fitting yet? I'm like, my dress is going to be fitted to me. Like, I'm not trying to fit into it. Do you get what I mean? And I think that's like an overall thing. Like, when I go shopping or online shopping or whatever, I'm buying clothes to fit me. No, it doesn't matter what the size is. I want things that will feel comfortable, top priority, that are functional, practical, look good, are flattering, but at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter what size it is. If it looks good, it looks good. Yeah? Cool. But no, so I'm kind of, can you tell, like, this weird mood I'm in? Like, what is going on? Oh, I don't know. But I'm gonna go now because I've just been rambling on and on and on. And oh, I don't know if I fully made everything clear. Please do comment below. I may have said things that are controversial, but hey ho, that's my opinion. I'm all for constructive criticism and for different opinions and my eyes to be opened. I'm all for it. So, but that's kind of where I'm at now. Please do go check out my Instagram. Like, I try to post a variety of things to do with like fashion, lifestyle, like real body stuff, just me being me, having a bit of a giggle. It will obviously get a little bit more exciting now we're allowed out and able to see more people. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to chatting to some of you. I hope it's helped. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you in a new video. Bye!